And here we go, joining on board for game number 3 of Series E. It's going to be Applejacks, of course, now in the lead, 44 points, a 16-point lead over the second place squad, as Rolders does have the beacon on his side of tree as well. Doesn't have to extend out into thermal station to pick this one up. And they've been doing a great job over the last 2 games, slow playing things out and really taking positional advantage. And honestly, I think what they did with Team Pop-Tarts was super impressive, taking that fight to them as well. And that was the #1 competition currently in the lobby.
Yeah, and Rolders is so experienced that he's going to turn around and even just hit a scan to see if anyone's looking over towards him. So let's pull up the map and see exactly where the zone's going to be. The fact that we don't see green on the mini map means that we're not going to have that map pulling over towards the tree side. You can see the now pathway that they're going to have to go and take. And it's probably going to be far, as we do have some knocks happening on your screen. You can see 2 players already down inside of this lobby. And we do have something fairly close to tree, though. So they don't have that far of a rotation, as there is going to be some third-party opportunities happening here, because we know Team Pringles was fighting the Mimicians over towards the sorting factory side.
Yeah, the Mimikins there, or the Mimicians, I don't know. They pulled a rabbit out of their hat in that last fight in game number 2. But on board with the MPL, as they are looting up through Lava Fissure at this point. And the armors, well, it's great for Bambino. They still haven't been able to get the upgrade quite yet, as Team Pringles have lost out on Phony at this point. Fury is here to back the Presley up, and he's going to try and heal this one up. But it's a 2v3 as he gets knocked out with that nade. And now they swapped positions, but Fury left in a 1v3 here, losing out on this 50-50 once again. It is going to be the Mimikins to win the fight here. We did have Team Cheez-It taking an early 50-50 over at Lava City as well. And so there's no timing to try and take advantage for them. So Mimikins will be the ones that just come up on top. They've got 2 blue armors along with the purple for Jalapeno there. So they are happy with this one, especially being able to get rid of some of the competition here in Sorting Factory.
These guys have some pretty difficult names, but we're going to call him Enemy Go. Pretty sure that's him. And Akedu. So that's my best guess right there. But they're going to have to hit a scan, and it's going to be Enemy Go hitting that beacon right in the middle there on the bridge. And they're going to realize they are in the best spot, and they're going to have to do that shortly, because with that third party coming in very shortly, all these teams are going to start making their way over towards Sorting Factory. But here's a fight happening over towards No Name, and it looks like they already have the advantage. Nice shots there coming in from Pride. Bronzy going to get the finish over towards the other side as well, and that's what Charlotte Phoenix does. They take team fights, and they do it cleanly, barely taking any damage.
Oh, and the third party attempt. Getting swatted down right now, but Pride has been cracked. Mercy has the high ground control, will be able to get back into this building. If Pride is disconnected from the rest of his squad, hasn't healed up yet either, as he somehow gets in for free. A lot of damage coming out from Bronzy. Mercy trying to heal up at this point, and it is a Revenant push coming out from this team. And they just survived this. What an excellent hold coming out from Charlotte Phoenix.
There's nothing scarier than a team of 3 semi-pros or pros running at you in ghost form, coming in for a third party, and you have to hold them all off. But it looks like they're being chased now. A little bit of reverse card over here, as CLT now has the shots and Bronzy has the jump pad. They're going to go and push this one. He also has the Beast of the Hunt being used as well, perfectly tracking where they're going.
Mercy has none for this squad, as they've already gotten 2 knocks. We'll be able to pick that one up. And so Charlotte Phoenix, I mean, is this the run for that 20K once again? They already have 5 kill points secured here, might have a 6th as well just ahead of them, but this is very strong for Charlotte Phoenix at this point. Weeding out a lot of the squads here on the north side. They'll be able to continue to play edge here with more and more likelihoods of getting into isolated fights as well. Rice Krispie Treats, though, have found themselves in a position, a decent one here, as they're pushing up on this squad. The scan does come in. Here's the Beast of the Hunt as well, as P-Fitter will try and push up. They've got the Caustic GS Bird. Throw down the barrels to control a lot of these chokes. It can be difficult to fight out of this spot just because there are so many openings in this room, but it looks like he will use up a lot of his utility there. A Nox Gas Grenade being committed into this fight as well. The scan out from P-Fitter as he tries to go for a peek. Only hits for that blue shield, and Now things do slow down. The Beast of the Hunt will run out very shortly as well. And that might be the timing push for the Mimikins here, making their way on in, taking some damage from that caustic gas, and they get the first knock. GS Bird falls, and just like that, Rice Krispies got cleaned up by the Mimikins. It wasn't even a close fight.
Yeah, I think our social person from the esports arena is going to have a little fun making memes after the Mimikins coming through and just destroying two partnered teams back to back. Third party possibly coming through. It looks like they're interested in it. Team Cheese It now. Let's see if it's going to be 3 in a row. The stick comes through. The bubble comes down. It's a counter bubble as well. And now it looks like Joey Blackout is caught over towards the side. Jalapinin is going to go and get the first knock. Rakinishu had to heal throughout all of this. And the armor swap is going to come through too. Jalapinin's going nutty.
Oh my goodness. Rakanishu now down, left to a 1v3, and the Mimikins. We thought maybe Charlotte Phoenix would be running this lobby, but it's the Mimikins currently as Team Cheese It now are on up against the ropes, and there's no even opportunity really to try and recover these banners. Rakanishu is just gonna have to play this one out solo. If he survives, that's it's such a weird turn of events there. The third party attempt from Cheez It just going sour for them.
Yes, sour Cheez-Its. I don't know. Savory Cheez-Its? Yes, I like savory Cheez-Its, not sour Cheez-Its. As Pop-Tarts now on the run. And it's CLT. Guess what? They're involved in this one. That's going to be 2 teams actually over here towards Geyser. So interesting turn of events as this zone is going over towards Sorting Factory, and Impulsive is going to have to try to rat this one out over towards that side.
And that third party attempt though, coming out from, I don't know, whoever was getting involved in this Charlotte Phoenix fight, is they've already picked up a couple here, and it looks like Rakanishu will ultimately go down, and the pace of game number 3 is pretty ridiculous. We're already down to 15 squads with 42 players remaining, and it's not going to be that much longer here. Charlotte Phoenix want to finish this one off. Bronzy will tank the gas as he pushes up. He has a player ahead of him. It's only for the 21, but he does have his second player there to help him out. Double O negative to go down. Now they're looking to finish this one off. Charlotte Phoenix really making a run for this lobby as NPL find themselves in a fight on the southwest side of Sorting Factory, but they lost out on Dracos. Ronnie will go down. The Croissant Warriors picking up 2 as Bambino gets finished off by Team Applejacks.
Applejacks taking the high ground on this bridge here. I like this play. We'll see if they're going to go for this loot. Yes, it's making sense for Aves because he does have the jump pad if he wants to get back over towards that. But there's also some fighting happening over towards the Snake building here too, as Croissant Warriors find themselves in a little bit of a skirmish with Team Rockstar. Kenny is the first one to go down. That's going to be Rambo with the R9. And Nasky's there with the finish. Jump pad is going to be utilized. Tech going to try to bounce out. And hopefully this building is unoccupied, and it is. Could have been an easy caustic barrel in there that could have took out Crummy, but instead Tech going to bust out the crypto drone, figure out what's around here, and try to get that banner back.
Yeah, and he will have the res as well. This will be 2 games in a row where he uses this respawn beacon. It is inside, and he will be able to snag that one up, and somehow the drone does survive, and we'll be able to get the res, but how safe is it going to be as now Team Razor are making a push? The Beast of the Hunt has been popped for Muffins as well, but they don't have the engagement that they really want here, as Mr. Hackula took a lot of damage throughout that rotation along with their Gibraltar. So they just back away towards the bottom of Banana, and we'll be able to just hold this for the time being.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're fresh off of a rotation and they don't have much information, what they're trying to do is get to a safe place inside the zone. Just kind of digest what happened as they ran through and find out where the rest of these teams are. It's going to be up to Muffins just hitting these scans once that comes back up. And I'm sure before he enters into this new building, he will do that. No hostiles detected. So they're going to be clear to just continue to rotate as far as possible every 22 seconds, taking that scan and just gathering information. So really nice rotation there from Team Razor, and we'll see exactly what type of Sorting Factory ending this is going to be. We'll have to get some more scans.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, they haven't been able to hit one quite yet, and it's not really even safe to do so for the recon beacon that's the survey beacon that's just to their west as well. So many teams still in the area right now. Even though we're down to 13 squads, we do have the res coming in, as we've just topped up to 38 players from 36 on board with Team Intel, who do have the ring information for us. It's going to continue to pull down over towards Sorting Factory. You can see Team Intel, they are playing over by the toilet bowl on the southeast side of the zone. And so they're banking on this ring to pull down over towards those fences, maybe even over towards the blue crates and holding that position as Rockstar now off that res. They're trying to make their move, but they're getting punished once again. Nasky will be able to take out Tech just before he gets on to that jump pad, but he is alive, and surprisingly enough, no one really peeking out. But here are the Croissant Warriors looking to finish them off. There's only one player left on Team Rockstar, and they'll be able to secure these thirsts. And so Crummy gets finished off. Croissant Warriors pick this one up.
Really nice job there by Rambo, hunting that player down, electing to leave the player that was underneath to the rest of his teammates who can't catch up, and he goes and finds Crummy to finish off Team Rockstar. Croissant Warriors now looking really strong. We'll see if they get absolutely nutty and go for some sort of bubble beacon scan right now. If they wanted to do it, it's directly in the vicinity. Applejacks locking down this high ground off of their rotation coming in from tree. If I had to pick any position right now, I do like where Team Intel is at, Jamerson, just like you pointed out, over towards that toilet bowl. I feel like it is going to kind of pull over towards there. There's a lot of different endings over here, though, but I'd be surprised if it continues to go over towards this more southern side of sorting. I think that's why all the teams are electing to play that big building.
Charlotte Phoenix finding another engagement as we join on board with Team Intel, playing that position we were talking about just beforehand, continuing to play the edge. And this is what we were talking about, allowing them to continue to snowball these isolated fights out here on the north side of the ring. They've been doing a great job, picked up a lot of kill points off of it as well, but now they are stuck in the choke. It is the second ring, though. And so they can try to tank this for some time, wait for some cooldowns, but Team Cruelty have sights on keeping them gate kept up this point. And it can be difficult to try and push down just because it's a hill that you have to slide down. There isn't that much cover, but Team Cruelty are giving them an opening, getting their eyes or taking their eyes off of that choke.
I think they realize it is zone 2, just like you were talking about. And based on the kill feed, they understand that it was CLT, and CLT is too disciplined of a team to go and take that route, because we know that's a death slide. That's probably one of the worst things to do. When you have to go down that hill, it's horrible. Even worse is having to go up that hill when a team's on top of the choke and there's just a caustic waiting for you 9 times out of 10. So now we see what Team Intel's positioning is. It looks like there was a portal placed by Panders so they could go and get this package, and they wanted to also take a couple of different angles. He's not feeling like he's in any type of stress or worry situation type of yet, but it looks like Rambo is the bubble has to be used from Case Swinney. He's about 15 HP. It looks like they're trying to push inside this building, but there's just so much pressure over towards the side and possible third parties coming through. They're gonna have to back off and heal.
Yeah, luckily for them, though, they do have the gold armors, and so they will be able to heal up rather quickly. Nasky likes to use that medkit. There's another gold armor if they want to use it, but Rambo is only 4 damage off from having that red Evo for himself. It could be a good armor swap, though, to try and ferry on over, but the pings are going down. They want to continue to get aggressive. It looks like seeing and hearing fights over by Banana as they are looking to come in for the third party now, but they elect to take the roof for the time being. Applejacks have a team ahead of them, but Aves has to be careful, close the door on himself, and does get back into safety. But again, we have to worry about that third party possibly coming in from the Croissant Warriors. It looks like Applejacks hear it, and so they do slow things down.
Duplex understands the value of that door, so everyone going to block the doors right now so they understand what the entry points are, because if they can continue to hold the inside, the teams on the roof will get shot, and then eventually they'll have to fall down, and that's when your opportunity is to pick them off. So really smart plays coming in from Applejacks, really disciplined, not getting too crazy or over aggressive, and kind of letting the game play out for them, as now Abe's realizes the situation after that scan comes through. Perfectly timed, climbs up and flanks this team directly behind them, and that was the Croissant Warriors, who now are using their Q again and the bubble. So a lot of utility being used right now. And this is what we were talking about. The teams on the roof will get shot. They'll eventually have to drop down. And it was Applejacks and Crusher with another team.
Finding some great timings there. Oh no, Intel were able to get a knock and the thirst onto Bronzy with the help of another team. Didn't quite see it there on the kill feed. And so it looks like Charlotte Phoenix did try to make their move over towards Geyser, avoiding that death slide that you were talking about. We'll see if they can recover him. There's still time left in this game, but Team Intel are doing a great job of holding this position on the southeast side of the zone. They've got a team caught out there. Awkward Turtle get taken out, though. It's Rambo that picks that one up, and It looks like more kills going over towards the way of the Croissant Warriors. We have 3 squads that have been absolutely fragging out. One squad has slowed down a bit, and that was the Mimikins. They have a strong position here in the zone, so no surprise quite there. As Team Intel, they've got another squad ahead of them. The scans coming out from the other side, and 6 still goes for the peak. The bubble has been used. This squad is getting aggressive for the time being. Understand that they hear the longbow. They have the close range advantage, as 6 is only playing with that Eva 8. Don't know if he has the purple bolt on that. He does, though, and so that one's gonna be able to ring out like a machine gun. They have to be careful about this position, though. As you can see, they are getting challenged for it.
I could see 6 wanted to just drop down and lay a couple shots and possibly grapple back up as a Psycho Pathfinder player would do, but he was disciplined and fell back, and now it's going to be Panders who does it as the Wraith. So I do like this aggression. It's nice to go down an armor check and also just find out how skilled and talented these players are. If you can go and get initial damage, maybe the rest of the team goes and follows it up. But with being in such a priority spot in the zone, a lot of people are in lesser spots trying to take advantage of you making mistakes. So Team Intel is going to just back off, play this one smart, and wait, because if they wanted to, they could use this Pathfinder a lot of different ways over here, especially if the zone does pull. They could end up playing the top of the donut, and then once Sorting Factory is no longer in on top of the big building, they'll have the ultimate high ground when the rest of these teams are just stuck down below.
Look at how much damage 6 has, by the way, without a single kill or assist. 1k damage that he's been able to put in with that longbow. Joining on board with Team Cruelty, playing on the north side of the zone. Defensive bombardment has gone down as they're looking to try and gatekeep a squad. Does fall back for the time being. The difficulty in playing this position, again, is that you don't have much cover. You have to be careful, as it looks like that team is trying to get aggressive. A lot of utility coming in. 2 nades tossed in, forcing out the bubble from Team Cruelty. And now they're looking to advance right now. Holding the angles with the scan. It's a full 3-man ahead of them as well. They are getting some decent damage without too much getting traded back. It's only Oi Senpai that has taken damage throughout this exchange so far. Now Team Cruelty are allowing them to heal up, and so the advantages they earn quickly actually being whittled away now. Even getting third party from behind, and as they turn around, Oi Senpai takes a lot of damage. He will fall. Nades picks that one up. It's now down to a 2v3 as Midnight will use that portal to get onto the low ground, but it's pretty far from Oi Senpai. We'll see if Ack can actually knock him into it with the melees, but it's not even a better position. Midnightson getting cracked himself as he backs away, but it looks like they're just gonna use this moment to heal up. Back on board with Team Intel, still holding his position. 6 is still on that longbow, but he has finally upgraded towards that red Evo. He's slowly running out of ammo for it, but it has done the work for him, and he's got the Eva 8.
We'll see how this one plays out. There are a lot of different teams over here, and a lot of them are fairly healthy as well. So you have, again, 2 or 3 teams playing on the outside of the fence, 2 teams inside of the toilet bowl, and then maybe even a 3rd team that wants to go and take the high ground. Is Mercy actually is going to get some knocks and finishes onto Team Cruelty. So CLT still in this one, as Team Razor still in this one too. Nice thermite burning for about 70 damage, maybe a little bit more coming in. And it looks like they do have this roof and this team trapped. So this team either is going to have to go and push towards the bottom of the train area, and there's probably some resistance down there, or they're going to have to take this fight immediately, and they only have 1 door to filter out of.
This might be round number 4 for Team Mimikins, who we saw able to survive multiple fights here, but now Team Razor are looking to make their way on in. Alapainen on that Wraith with the deadly corner will back away with that Q. So now it's the Gibraltar pushing forward. The arm shield has been cracked. They got the knock onto enemy go, as he does get cracked himself. Muffins will fall for that, but will they be able to get the trades? Hakulo and the Gibraltar are both pushing up. There are armor swaps, but now they're getting pressured by the zone, and it looks like Muffins will fall, and they have to blind rotate into this. Down to 7 squads here. They still are not safe in the zone quite yet, as Mimikins do die to the ring, and somehow Team Razor safely get in, but of course they are now down to a duo with 6 squads remaining.
And look at CLT with just a duo. Speaking of duos, playing underneath the bridge here, which is a very unorthodox spot to play. And now we see what this ending is going to be. very, very popular heading outside of Sorting Factory. Seen this one plenty of times as well. So now a really heads up play from CLT to go and take this high ground and the flank to get over towards this blue truck. Looks like Duplex is going to go down. I believe that's Aves as well on the ground. He's going to try to run away as Octane, and Postal Dream going to finish off some of the Croissant Warriors. And now Mercy, interestingly enough, is going to get aggressive on this player and try to push. They understand the situation that one player is already down, and that's Pride doing what he should do. Once your teammate drops, you got to follow that up. Now we're in a really interesting situation, a 2v2v2 to end this one.
Don't really get to see that often, but hey, let's bring back duo queues at this point. We do have Team Razor, though. They've got the ultimate high ground. This ring is ending on top of the bridge. They've got the Peacekeeper as well. That is the stopping power. The first kill on to Mercy. The bubble has already been used. We'll see. Still biding their time. Don't want to drop quite yet as they don't have information on this, but Mercy will get finished off. We got Pop-Tarts, we got Razor, we got Charlotte Phoenix. Team Razor now on the high ground in this 2v2, taking a lot of damage. Does need a bat up, and again, it's going to be ending here on the bridge. And so maybe this comes down to a heal off. We do have the gold armor for Hakulo, so maybe if he can find the timings there. We'll find out in just a moment. Rings now starting to close in as the Team Pop-Tarts members are trying to reconnect.
I like this play. Take the high ground, take the bridge, focus this player right here. It's Impulsive Dream, who did get the battery off. Now they full send it with a double bubble. There's the other bubble coming in from Stomps. The knock already comes through. Now we're in a 1v1. Stomps connecting with some big shots. Has to reload. Busts out the R301. And who wins? It's Pop-Tarts and Stomps. Nutty play.
Wow, what a finish. And it's honestly kind of refreshing to see this kind of consistency out of some of our squads right now. Pop-Tarts again with another top finish. Applejacks were within the top 5 as well, I believe. And so this should be the leaderboard getting shooken up a little bit.